Welcome to my channel. Imagine a phone so maxed out, it makes your dream spec sheet look underwhelming. Not possible? Well, what if I told you that it's real and you just haven't seen it yet? This phone, this absolute unit, is the Oppo Find X8 Ultra, and let me tell you, it's the closest we've ever gotten to a no-compromises phone. Except, of course, the compromise is you probably can't buy it. It looks tame, boxy, premium, clean, nothing wild, until you flip it over and see that giant camera bump basically giving the backplate a forehead. But don't be fooled. Inside this calm exterior is where the madness lives. And yes, the phone is big, but it's not heavy brick big. Somehow, they fit a 6,100 milliamp hours battery in here. We'll get to that magic trick in a second. Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 Elite, 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, 1 terabyte UFS 4.1 storage, 6,100 milliamp hours silicon carbon battery, 100W wired charging, 50W wireless, 50MP quad camera system with a full 1-inch sensor, Wi-Fi 7, IP68 and IP69, dual telephoto, infrared blaster, custom buttons, 6.8-inch QHD plus LTPO AMOLED with 2,500 nits peak brightness. This isn't a wish list. It's real. The thing that everyone in the battery world's been hyped about. It's here and it works. This phone lasts longer than your patience at an airport. And when it dies, plug it in, boom, 100% in about 40 minutes. What's even better is that in real life, you don't even wait that long. You just top it up for 10 minutes, and suddenly, you're good for hours again. That is what phones should feel like in 2025. Finally, it's like someone turned reality up to 11. 1440p QHD plus, 120 Hz LTPO, ultra sharp, 1600 nits full screen, 2500 peak HDR, 2160 Hz PWM dimming, and an ultrasonic fingerprint reader under the glass that works faster than you can blink. Bezels? What bezels? It's practically all screen, no nonsense. Just swiping through it feels like gliding your finger over a glass lake. Let's talk about the cameras. The main sensor is 1 inch. Not big for a phone. I mean literally the size of a point-and-shoot camera. It's 50MP, f/1.8. Optical stabilization. It captures depth, light, and clarity like a DSLR snuck into your pocket. Then, a 3x telephoto with a 50MP sensor that's the size of other phones' main cameras. A second 6x telephoto, also 50MP. A 50MP ultra-wide that doesn't feel like an afterthought. And a dedicated chroma sensor that helps with precise white balance and color calibration. This thing is stacked. Absolutely bonkers. Low light? Unreal. You point, it shoots, and the depth of field is so shallow it feels like magic. Even the telephotos shoot like main cameras. No grain, clean edges, fast shutter. Great detail even zoomed. Portraits that look studio quality. The macro mode works with the 3x lens, so you don't have to stick your nose in a flower just to get a close-up. Zoom, 120x max. Yes, it's mostly digital near the end, but when you're reading tiny text across a room, it legit works. 4K at 120 frames per second, with Dolby Vision HDR. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is doing some serious heavy lifting here. And just when you think they're done, there's an infrared blaster. Turn off the TV at a restaurant. You can. 2 extra buttons, 1 customizable action button. Yes, copy from Apple. And a camera control slider you can use to zoom or trigger burst mode. It's smooth, fast, and clean. But Oppo is, well, let's call them inspired by iOS. The Settings app? Familiar. The split notification shade? Suspiciously similar. Even the dynamic island got a remix. They even brag that you can airdrop from Oppo to iPhone, except the iPhone user needs to install a separate app, which is kind of hilarious. But here's the thing. If they're copying the good stuff and still giving us what Apple won't, is that really so bad? You probably can't buy this phone. At least not easily. The Find X8 Ultra isn't launching in the US. Meanwhile, in other markets, you get to pick a phone based on the hardware again. How it looks, how it feels, how it performs. This phone is what happens when a company just goes, let's build the best possible device we can. And if you want to see what kind of video this thing can actually shoot, subscribe and stick around.